Today I had one of the most interesting experiences probably this month and maybe even this year so far, and we're halfway through this year. Here's the experience. I went to a coffee shop. I had a meeting today, and after the meeting, we were done, and just I wanted to get a refill. And for the last month, it's been happening so much. For the last month, I've been thinking about officers. There's been a lot going on in the news. I've been hearing, though I don't listen to much of the news, it's been still getting to me how intense things are getting with police force across the country and just how people are treating them. As I went to go get more coffee, I see this officer, and all of a sudden my heart just starts pounding, like boom, 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 boom. Like, here's your opportunity, Alex. Here's your opportunity. The thing that I was thinking about is I wanted to really, really encourage police officers. Just thank them as a civilian, and thank them for what they do, and let them know that people do appreciate them, that the population still appreciates them. My heart is pounding. I just turn around. I come up to the officer, and he's sitting having coffee and a bagel. And I come up to him and I'm like shaking with my coffee, and like, actually, I didn't even get any coffee. I'm just standing there, I'm like, officer, hi, hello. I just wanted to thank you for what you're doing, and yeah, just there's a lot, and I'm stuttering like this. Like, there's been a lot going on, and I know people aren't very nice to you, and I just wanted to. This guy's just looking at me, and he's like, at first he was just like, and he just almost instantly he goes from serious to like, oh wow, this guy's gonna say something good or nice. Actually, he's trying to say something nice, and I'm just like, thank you very much for what you do. I thanked them. I said thank you. I had a huge accident many years ago, and the officers that came, just what they have to handle and take on is intense. So he's like, yeah, yeah. Next thing you know, he said something. I asked him. I sat down. We had almost a 40-minute conversation, about half an hour conversation. Probably about half an hour conversation, actually. This officer was just awesome. I asked him why he does what he does, and he says he's passionate about it. He knows that is his purpose, is to serve and protect people. Although not all officers, he said, do that. And he just shared his life story. I asked him how he came there, and eventually he just like, so how about you? What's your life like? Just asks me. I was like, whoa. And I mean, up to now, I took out this notebook that I have right here, this notebook. I started taking notes on what he's saying, and I told him, he's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, well, I've been traveling. I told him my life story, like very briefly, and I said, my life purpose is to help people find out who they are. I want to help them find their you, as I like to say. And a few minutes later into the conversation, he just drops an awesome question that I'm going to start asking at the beginning of many of my questions. And he said, ask people what makes them happy. What makes you happy? This officer was in the military, and then after about 8 years, he became an officer. He always had that desire and that passion, though there was a lot of things standing between him and being able to serve people like that. He was in the military, then eventually, after years and years and years of just going at it, finally got into the police force. And this experience was awesome. I just wanted to thank all any officers, any military watching this, anybody that's serving the general population. Thank you for what you do. It's awesome. And like, my life is that much better now because an officer took his time aside. But what's more interesting is that he's like, wow, I had such a intense morning, and I just came out. I never come out here to get coffee, and today came out here for the first time to get coffee and a bagel here. And then here you are. And before that, I was just encouraging him, thanking him, and he did the same for me. And he's like, wow, I feel so much better. I'm like, you have no idea. Well, obviously you do, but I'm really feeling so awesome right now. Just so much stuff that I got. And I was just taking notes, and it was awesome. It was an awesome interaction with an officer. So, what do I want to leave you with today? Whatever you think about, whatever you want, keep it in your mind. Keep thinking about it. Eventually, the opportunity will come. When it comes, it's not going to be easy. I was nervous. I was shaking. But eventually, from standing up to my coffee, holding it like this, I put it down. Then I sat down. And we had one. This is like one of the coolest experiences I had. Like, coolest interpersonal experiences I had in a long time. It was so spontaneous. Be ready, be prepared, keep thinking, write down things, and if you really want it, keep thinking about it, and your opportunity will come very soon. That's how we are. There's a special part of our brain that's responsible for this to help us recognize what it is that we want. So be bold, be courageous, live love, and hug everybody you love as long as you live. I'm out.